Guys, welcome to javaisawesome, and in this video we are going to learn about some more method or some logical questions about string handling. So as of now, whatever we have discussed, those are the basic things and basic understanding of what is the method and how we are using the predefined class methods. Okay, so a string is a predefined class. Okay, and inside this having a lots of the methods. Okay, so let me close everything. Okay, control shift W, you can close everything. Okay, let me close this one also. Here console, I don't want to close, but I can close it. Okay, if I click here, so I can see my project. I don't want debugger also. Okay, so let me go to my project and see I am seeing some error. Okay, so let me resolve first. So if you go inside the array where arc test, what is the issue here? So this is the static public static void main string args. I'm not understood what is the issue. The method m2 int is undefined for the type arc test. Int. Okay, so int comma int, it will take no issue. Okay, one or two. Int comma int. Okay, fine. And now it's okay. Okay, let it be. I don't want to worry about this one. Okay, let's go to the package called string. So we have created one string package. If you go inside this, we have already covered some of the string, but I want to change the name of this one. Okay, so my question is, like in the string, so we have learned the string and we have understood the basic methods of the strings, whatever the strings having a method, how to create a string object, how many way we can create an object, and when you create an object with the string literals, when your object will store in the string constant pool. We have discussed those things. Okay, let me write like how to find the length of the string. Okay, so we have already discussed in the previous sections, but still I will cover it. Some of the peoples are asking like, oh, I want to write find the length of a string. So for example, I will write here length of a string. Okay, this is the class name I have given. Let me rename it. So once you do the mouse over here and you can see the like rename. So once you click on that, it will rename it. Okay, so for example, we have taken one main method. I need to take value from the user, so I can create one scanner. Okay, a scanner sc equal to new scanner. Okay, what is happening? A scanner and system.in. Okay, let it be. Okay, and I have to take one string value from the user, so I will write hello s out, enter one string value. Okay, and I will create one string str equal to sc dot next. So we have a one method called next. So through that we can take the value from the users, or otherwise we have a one more method called in the scanner next line. So you can take the next line. So whatever the space even you give, it will accept. And I want to print the length of those particular string. So first I will print the str, and then after I will print the length. So length, length is nothing but something like that, and we have a one method only, str.length. So this method will find out the length of the string, and this is method. If you talk about the array, so length is a one variable, but in the string length is a method, so you have to differentiate this one. Okay, if I talk about in the array, so in array having a one length variables, you can't see in the array parenthesis. Okay, but here if you see, it's a length methods. So those are the differences. Okay, let me run this code so that you can understood. Java application I will select it. Now you can see my console here, and I will write here something very like javaisawesome. How many lengths are there? So sum is 6, age is 2, sum is 7, not 6, sum is 7, 2 or 4. So 4 or 2, 6 or 6 or 7 is 13, and 2 space, so 15. If you see the length, it's printed 15. Okay, so this is the length, we got it. Okay, I hope you understood. So whenever someone told you to write like that, you can write simply like that. Okay, this is the one thing. Okay, so we have covered those things. One more things, like so many people are saying, oh, can you please reverse the string? So this is the one more questions. So let me do one thing. Okay, I hope as of now you understood how to take the value from the users. Maybe you can take the string or any value you can take, it's easily. Okay, now I am going to talk about like how to reverse the string. So for example, you have a one string and you have to reverse it. Okay, so how you can do it? So simply I will create one string reverse class. So this is the string reverse class. Sorry. And in this class I'm going to write one main method. So this is the main methods, and I will take one string directly as equal to something like javaisawesome, and we need to reverse this. We need to reverse it. How we can reverse? Basically, so javaisawesome is a string and I want to reverse it. So while reversing a strings, we can do one thing, like whatever the strings we have given, it's automatically converted into the internal array, which is the indexing value 0 to length -1. So automatic string object will be converted into the one array. So what we can do is we can understand what is the length of this. So once we get the length, we can start the fetching from this value, then this value, then this value, and we can print along with this. So we can say this is the reversed. Okay, let me do so that you can understood. So for example, I have taken one for loop. Okay, so this for loop I don't want to write like that. Okay, so this is the one for loop. So here we have generally see like I will start with 0 and I will go up to s dot length, right? Length, no, I don't want s dot length and I plus plus. As of now we know those things only. Okay, but I want to iterate this loop in the reverse way. So reverse way means I will first assign this length. I will start from this length. I will not start with the 0 index. I will start with the whatever the length having a like string -1. because index value will start with the 0 and it will go length of -1. So what is the length of this javaisawesome is 15. So right now the s dot length value is 15 and -1, it means 14. So this e is existing in the 14 index number internally. So in I it came 14, so we can fetch the 14 characters, 14 index characters with the caret methods. We already know what is the caret methods. So through the caret methods we'll take the index value and corresponding index value it will return the characters. Okay, one more thing, I will write the condition I greater than, not less than, I greater than or equal to 0, because our index value will come up to 0. And one more things we have to write I minus minus, because our first time I is become 14. It will check the condition I greater than 0. Yes, condition is true, it will come inside this. And if it is come inside this, what I will do is I will write s dot caret of I index. So this will return me 1 characters. This will return me 1 characters, and those characters I will print. Those characters I will print. So caret I will print and I will not give next line. This is the things. Okay, so what will happen, the what is the string we have, first we are calculating what is the length. So our length is 15, but our indexing will start with the 0, so we have to -1 so that it will become 0 to 14, and we have stored this 14 value inside the I. So I will become 14. Now we are checking the condition, hey, I is greater than equal to 0, because every time we have to first print E, then after we have to print M. So every time until it will come to the 0 we have to print, and if it is come -1 then we have to stop this particular loop conditions. And here if you see here, every time I am doing the minus. So first time I will is 14, second time I will be 13, then after 12, then after 11, and based on that it will fetch the particular character. And what we have done here, s dot caret of I. S dot caret of I means what? Caret of I will check in this string the index number is 14, then 13, then 12, then 11, 10, 9, like that. It will take and it will store those characters inside the caret, and then we can finally print these characters. Okay, so this is the flow. Okay, I hope you understood, and please do the practice and also do the like how I am iterating. I'm understanding each and every line of the code. So same thing you have to do in your pen and paper. So open your pen and copy your notepad and start writing the code. Start try to understand, okay, what is the I value right now. Take one string and understand what is the I value. Then after what will happen with the condition, then what will happen, then what is the next step, 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 then what is the next step. So if you do like that, then only you can become a perfect in that. Otherwise you can't understand, or meanwhile in the end of the day you can say I don't know the coding and I don't have a mathematical knowledge in that. But it's a very simple. Just only one things I want from your side, do the practice. Do the practice and don't do the practice blindly. Write a code and just run it. Try to understand, try to give some time here. Try to understand each and every line of the code, why I have written here. Okay, so that you can get some more clarity on that. And once you understood these coding questions, you can go to the advanced level. No issue in that. Okay, so let me run. So if you run this code, you can see here we have like first printed the E, then M, O, S, then I, S, E, A, B, A, J. So this is the reverse we have done this particular string. But whatever we are doing, that is fine. For the beginner level, it's a good. But maybe this is taking the time complexity is order of n. Okay, the time complexity of this logic is order of n. So if you write any code in the order of n, that is not good for reversing the string. Okay, so because of that, in the string one having a class called a string buffer, a string builder, those class directly is given the method called reverse. So through that we can do it. But as of now, as a logical developer or logical coding understand, you have to write this logic and you have to understood. Okay, so this is the things you can reverse it. So in this like coding, we have understood what is the use of length method, what is the use of caret methods. Okay, and those are very important really. Okay, so if you understood these basic things only, then you can go and do the some more important coding questions also. Okay, okay, fine. Now I want to discuss one more things. For example, let me create one more class. Okay, and I have to count the word in particular a string, like how many words are exist. So for example, I have a one string count word a string. So I will write one main method, and here I will give one string, and string I will write Java is awesome. So in this string having a 3 words, if you see, it's looking like 3 words are there, and I will write the variable name str. Okay, 3 words are there, but I want to count out. For example, you have some paragraph which is something 100 line. Okay, and something like big line of the codes, and you have to count out like how many words are there. So how you can do it? Okay, so for that you have to use some method which is very necessary and very required for you to understand. So for example, what we can do is, for example, in my string having some space in the starting or ending, so what I will do is I will use the stream method. So I will use the trim method in the str. So str dot trim, I will call the trim method. So whatever the space we have given the starting or ending, it will remove, and again it will store inside the str. Now what I will do is I will split this word through the space. Okay, so how can I split it? So you have to write dot str dot split. We have a one split method in the string, and where we have to split, so we have to split with here we can give the regex pattern also. You can give a space, you can give comma, and even if you want to break from the a, so you can write a also here. But I want to break from the space so that I can know like, okay, how many words are there inside this paragraph. Okay, so I will give the space and I will give the semicolons, then I will assign this value inside this, so it will return me one a string array. So from the string to a string array it will convert, and once it is converted to the string array, I will write s out, and here I will give word in string is something like I will write a split. So a split array dot length, So this is the string array. So if I find out the length of this string, those are the nothing but this is the word count only. Okay, so like that you have to understood. Okay, let me go here and let me run that. You can understood. So what is the word? 1 2 3 4 5 6. So 6 words are there. Okay, let me run. So you can see here there are 6 words are there in this particular paragraph. Okay, so maybe you understood like, okay, this is the easy only, but what will happen sometimes is okay, sometimes what will happen, let me open something and here I will write some Java about anything. I will copy just some of the paragraph and I taken this paragraph, or maybe I will take some other paragraph. Okay, so this is the paragraph I have find out. Okay, so I will copy this paragraph and I will go to the my class. Okay, and I will replace this one and I will give something like this paragraph. Okay, so if you see, here, this is the very big paragraph. This is very big paragraph and I want to count like how many words are there inside this. Okay, so this is the paragraph if you see. Okay, and I want to count out like how many words are there. Okay, nothing but same code only. You have to first do the trim and then after you can use the split and you can split the whatever the paragraph str we have through the space, and once you split with the space it will store the all those word in one string array, and those array length you can print so that you can get it how many words are there. Let me run. So there are 96 words are there inside this paragraph. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is the one important question also. Later we can understood so many questions related to the string or a string array or something like based on the string method also. Okay, so as of now we have covered those things and I hope you understood. Okay, let me go to the next slide. So here you can see the example like, hey, a string str equal to hello, a string str2 equal to world, and here you can see str3 equal to str dot concatenate str2. So str3 is now hello world. So if you do the concatenate and if you store inside the s3, so s3 will become hello world. Concatenate we have already seen. We have seen the length method, we have seen the caret methods, we have seen the substring method. So why I have given this example is because you understood like how we can use those particular method. So here I have given all those methods like trim, uppercase, lowercase, index of, equals, substring, caret, length, concatenate, those all methods. So you can use those methods and try to practice it. Okay, now we can understood like what is the use of string handling in Java. So user input validation. So this is the first point. So a string is nothing but it's a collection of the characters. So we have to require to validate those particular string data, it's a correct or not. For example, we are validating like some particular user ID is correct or not, password is correct or not. So those things you can do with this string handling. File handling. So whenever you are talking with some file and we are writing some data, we are reading some data, so that time also it's very useful for file handling. Data manipulation. So for example, we have some string and we have to manipulate some data, we have to add or remove some data like modify. So you can say like data manipulations also giving the good example for the string handling. For example, you have a employee name, addresses, and other personal informations, and you have to change it, you have to manipulate it, then you can go with the data manipulation. So this is the also very important use for the string handling. Text processing. So strings are the used for the text process and manipulate text data in the programs. String handling methods are used to tasks such as parsing, formatting, and regular expression matching. So really I am saying string is very important in the entire project. Okay. User interface development. So whenever you develop any user interface, for example, you are developing any website. So if you see the website, everywhere you have see the text, something like label, text, and whatever the information you want to put on the website. So that time also you have to use the string only, and that is the very important role play on the website development. Okay. So this is the basically some types of the strings, and strings is implementing some classes. Okay, so types of the strings in Java, like you can say like this is the string, and this string is implementing the serializable, comparable, and char sequence. Those are the interface, and the string is a class. So because of that, it's do the implementations. If you talk about this one, say like character sequence. So character sequence are the three types in the Java. Okay, so if you someone told you like how many way we can create a string object and what are the classes which is using the support for the string, so you can see it will work with the string, a string buffer, and a string builder. It's internally implement this character sequence. So these are the very important class which is a string buffer, and a string builder. We can discuss more about it, and we can go in the depth, and we can do the coding on basis of that. Okay, so these are the very important concept: a string buffer, a string builder, or a string. Okay, so you can say these are the type also of the strings. Okay, let's understand types of the string in Java. So there are other classes in Java that can be used to create and manipulate a string, such as a string buffer, a string builder. However, these classes are not used to represent a string as a data types, but rather to manipulate a string more efficiently by providing a multiple string. For example, a string that can be changed, and method for the appending, inserting, deleting character set from the string. So for example, you have to do some operations on the string. You want to add some character, you have to remove some character, you have to add some word. So those times it's giving the better performance, which is the string builder or the string buffer. What is the string builder in Java? So a string builder is one of the class which is representing the string data only. So a string builder is a class Java that provides a more efficient way to manipulate a string when performing a operation such as a what we can say concatenations or insertion, deletions, and replacement. So whenever we go with this one like concatenation, insertion, deletion, that time a string builder is giving the better performance, you can say. Okay, the main advantage of the string builder over the standard string classes is that it provides a mutable string. Mutable string means whatever the strings we have given, that can be changed. Okay, that can be changed. And if talk about the string, so a string is a immutable. So whenever you create an object of the string, it and you try to change it, so it will create a new object. It will not do the changes in the existing object. That is called a immutable string. But the string builder is a string objects are the immutable. Like if you see here, we can say while the string objects are the immutable, so the string object is created, it cannot be changed. Once it is created, it cannot be changed. You have to create the new object only. But the string builder, you can change it, and you can do the modification in the existing object only. So this is the differences between the string builder and a string. So this means that when you concatenate the string using the string builder, you are actually modifying the existing string instead of creating a new string object every time you perform a concatenation operation. So it's clearly saying like whenever you create an object for the string builder, that time actually you are modifying the existing object, you are not doing the changes inside the, like you are not creating the new object for that. Okay, here is the example of how to use the string builder in Java. So we can create an object for the string builder and we can append hello inside this. Now we can append world inside this. Now we can see like sb.toString. So sb is a reference object of the string builder. Through that we are calling the toString method. So whatever the string builder data we have, it will convert to the string and we can store inside the string its result and we can print it. So once you print it, we can get hello world. Okay, so this is the main things we have to understood and we have to do apply on that. Okay, so I hope you clear in that what is the string, what is the string builder, and how we can use it also we can see in the some next video, so that you can understood in the better way. Okay, thank you so much. We can meet some next video and we can understood some more point on that. Okay, thank you.